Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to shoot a video looking at the post from this X's user's account, Deep Value Bagger. So this was an incredible post. So he's just summarizing his full portfolio returns for 2024, including his taxable account, his IRA account, and his crypto account. Just to kind of summarize in comparison, the S&P 500 or the SPY ETF finished at 23% year to date. The NASDAQ finished at 29% year to date. So he is ending the year with a 600% return on his main portfolio, a 273% on his IRA, and a 250% on his crypto play. So this has exceeded his expectations, and this is just incredible. We had an election year. I expected election year the returns were good, and a likelihood Trump would win, which would rocket everything up even higher. I listed my primary home in March and sold in August. So it's definitely been a sluggish market to go all in on Tesla. My early 2024 returns were attributed to Hood. He had 200 calls from $9 stock price to $25. Then he moved some to Tesla calls. I bought Hood shares when it dropped back to $20, and Rocket Lab shares from $7 to $10. He had many side bets like DJT pre-election and sold after election. He bought and sold Mara, CLSK for profits in H1. And then MSTR on election night when he saw Trump won, he sold a few weeks later. MSTR was a massive one this year. He made a few dumb mistakes as well, but thankfully they were small. Absolutely. If you're an active trader, you're going to take losses, but the true winners are the ones that are able to win often, and when you do lose small. So it sounds like this trader executed that pretty good there. And then moving on to his IRA, it looks like his IRA benefited from the rise of ASTS from 5 to 10 and sold at $36. That's pretty massive play right there. And then he moved everything into Rocket Lab at $9. It holds some Tesla calls and Hood at one point. Crypto, looks like he sold his Ethereum and moved it to Bitcoin and moved 70% of that position to SUI when it was at $1.04. Now it's at $4.16. Wow. Pretty awesome. But looks like summary, he's pretty happy going into 2025. Hopefully he has a great year. Definitely. If this user ever watches my video, I wish you the best of luck as well. But it looks like his taxable account was up $3.9 million in the past year, or 600%. His traditional IRA was up $264,000, or 273.81% year to date, sitting at $361,000. So this is an example of a trader that has a massive amount of capital, and he's done pretty well with that. So up 3.9 million. Hopefully you're going to be saving some money for taxes if these gains are realized. So let's look at some of the comments here and saying, thanks for sharing. For sure. Definitely enjoy the transparency. That is the great thing about social media. Looks like those two things are ads. Impressive gains. I'm following you to see what your moves are next. Absolutely. There's a lot of uncertainty going into 2025. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out this year. Great work. Fantastic job. So a lot of love in the comments. MSTR was one of the bigger ones this year, but the past couple month or so, it's been selling off pretty massive. Let's actually look at that real quick. MSTR. So it pulled back another 3.69% yesterday. So we'll see. Michael Saylor's been diluting some of the shares for sure so he can buy more Bitcoin. We'll see if that pays out for him in the long term. Taxes are going to hurt. For sure. Hopefully you have a tax bill in place, wherever you have that type of capital gains. The tax man is going to come knocking at the door. So that's a great segue for anybody out there. If you have a lot of capital gains this year, make sure you don't lose it all in January. We're about to start the new year as far as trading officially tomorrow. So make sure you don't lose all your capital gains from the previous year. Make sure if you have a tax bill coming that you save enough for taxes. I don't want to see someone, up $3.9 million in the past year and it's all realized. So you're going to pay, some capital gains on that for sure. If it's, whether it's short term or long term, just make sure you're saving money for the tax man. I've seen some terrible stories on Reddit and stuff like that where people, make a lot of money and then come January, February, March, they lose a lot of it. But they still have a tax bill that's due. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you pay your taxes, man, if you have a huge tax bill before you potentially lose that money. But yeah, once again, definitely go check out this user's account on X. Seems like he's had a phenomenal year and he's been calling out some really good picks. We'll see though, deep value bagger. Definitely appreciate the transparency. I think it provides a lot of value to other users out there. Definitely provides some motivation to kind of stick with it and, continue because this is a great success story. I love to see someone do well, especially 600%. That's just incredible. And then almost 300% in his IRA and 250% for his crypto portfolio. So awesome job, man. Congrats. Hope you have the best success in 2025. And, who knows what's going to happen if we're going to have another great year for the stock market. But at the end of the day, risk management is the number one rule, and it should be a great example for everyone to implement into their investing strategy. So once again, guys, this is not financial advice. All these tickers mentioned in this video are for educational purposes only. Make sure you do your own research before blindly following someone X. Make sure you actually believe in the company and you've done your own research. Just don't blindly follow people on social media. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. Please like and subscribe down below.